Welcome everybody to the Edmonds Racing Preview Show, joined this morning by Toby Edmonds to run through his charges in the at the Doomben meeting here in Queensland on Saturday. As you may have noticed, we've dropped the review show just for the winter, everybody, just because of the lack of runners and the quiet time. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine them now on a Friday. We'll have the preview show first, just to run through our runners and best bets from the guys, followed by a quick review of each of our runners through the week, just to touch base on them and hear it direct from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Morning, Tobe. We're just going to Doomben this Saturday, hey?
Hey, Bruce. Looks like we're going to get a wet track tomorrow. Bit of rain forecast for the weekend. I think maybe even up to 30 mil tomorrow. So, and that's on the Gold Coast. Brisbane may get, well, they may not get quite that much, but certainly going to have an affected track tomorrow. So we need some wet trackers.
Good. All right. Well, I'm sure you'll point us in the right direction. We kick off tomorrow at Doomben in race 5 and a benchmark 78 over 2,000 metres with a new horse to the stable, a horse called Chinero. Tobe, he's drawn barrier 1, Robbie Fradd aboard. Is that the first horse for Mr. Shred?
It is, yeah. So the connection is through Roy Chalemi up at Atherton. Steve Wilson, his jockey, I think, up there, has also got a trainer's license. So this horse has been bought for the Northern Carnival, the Townsville Cup, possibly Cairns Cup. So he'll have one run with us this weekend, and then move on up to there. So in a caretaker role this week, unfortunately. But looks a nice horse, looks a good chance, a nice horse to get in the stable, obviously heading towards those cups up there. So he's in this race quite well, I think.
Yeah, nice to have the trust of them, those guys, to have the horse for this run. Interesting horse. He's by Teofilo. He's had 1-3 from 29. He's 4th up to 2,000 metres here. And he was placed at this track over a mile at his latest start. And you'd think the 2,000 metres should suit him. What's he showing you at home there?
Yeah, no, he's as I mentioned, we only picked him up last Thursday, so we don't know a great deal about him. Worked quite strong on Tuesday morning. So and he comes to us from Chris Waller, obviously in terrific order. So we don't have to do much with him. It's only basically a tick over. And yeah, I can't fault the horse. The horse has done terrifically well since he's come to us. As I mentioned, work was super on Tuesday morning. So he gets a chance with Robbie on 57 kilos. I think, out to 2,000 distance, I think he's probably looking for. So gets his chance to run well tomorrow.
Yeah, very good. All right, he's 10-1 in the market at the moment, 5th pick in the market. Should get a dream run there with Robbie Fradd from barrier 1. Nice each way chance. Good luck to Mr. Shred.
Yep.
Race 6 is the benchmark 90 over 1,050. You've got Dream Master engaged here, Tobe, but am I right in saying he might be just saved for another day?
He won't run. He's drawn awfully, and he's not apt on wet tracks either. So we'll wait for another day for him. We'll trial him again, and then find the right race for him a little bit further down the track. He's a quirky horse, as you know, and we don't. And when he's quite fresh, he can actually buck out the barriers. We don't want any of that happening from tomorrow. We want to make sure that he's a little fitter and not going to get conditions not to suit. So we'll wait for another day.
Yeah, perfect. A horse that was super consistent last prep. Always runs a bottler race. Did that through sort of tough competition through the summer. So you'd think he'd be in for a big prep. Hence, you're looking after him this time around for the on-track team. All right, race 7 is a cute 3-year-old over 1,200 metres. Mayosi, she's back here. Obviously had to be scratched. Late withdrawal from the Wink Stakes. Just spiked a bit of a temperature. She's obviously not far away from the breeding season, Tobe. The breeding season starts on the 1st September. She's owned by Yulong, of course, and destined to be a broodmare. How do you feel about her going into Saturday, dropping back to 1,200 metres?
Look, she ran on what was a heavy track, I think, at Doomben a couple of runs ago. Robbie thought she'd be better on something a bit firmer. But she has got wet track form in Victoria on some of those tracks that are quite heavy. So, look, and back to 1,200, she could be strong late. 1,200 probably she is a distance range she she should be going out to, not coming back to 1200. But this race just fell into the program, and obviously with her going to stud, thought we'd run her once more and see what happened. But look, if there's good tempo up there and there's a couple of things in it that can't handle the going and she gets through it, she's still hard and fit, even though she spiked the temperature. She didn't lose a great deal of fitness at all. So just a couple of days light work and she's fit and ready to go. So look, I'd give her an each way chance tomorrow, depending, just depends on how the track plays, that's all.
Yeah, right. She's right in the sort of market there. So
yep.
The market seems to like her. She is like the 1200 meter tempo should suit her really well. She'll settle nicely. Yeah. Area 2, get some cover, and she'll be ripping late. So good luck to the Yulong team there. Looking forward to watching her fly over the last furlong or two.
Yep.
All right, race 8's the No Metro Win 1350 meter race. She's a boss for the Archer Park team. She's one of the last two. I thought Alex Warrior, who does all the race programming for you, Toby, found a ripping race here for her. No Metro, 1350, down in weight, 55 kilos. Everything was perfect. Robbie Fradd on board, and then she drew 17.
Look, the barrier doesn't worry me that much. I see a couple of things in a form line that suggests she's better at outside horses anyway. Like she was dominant the other day, really, really solid. A broken down horse come back on her. She had to get out and around it, and she just kept coming to the line and she races well at Doomben on soft going. Not sure about real heavy going, but certainly the jar out of the track and soft going is right up her alley. So, if we get the conditions we're going to get, it's going to be affected obviously. And if she brings that form that she had the other day to the races tomorrow, she's going to be awfully hard to beat. As long as Bo's late in the day, we just need to make sure that this track's not a bog or a heavy 10 or 12 or whatever it's going to be. I think if it's 7, I'm sure she can nearly beat these horses.
Very good. All right, nice strong push there for She's a Boss drawn 17. Very good luck to the Archer Park team. All right, race 9's the cutest 3-year-old race over a mile. Tough little race, this. Green Jacket. Gee,
yep.
Couldn't be more impressive for you, Toby. You've done a great job with him. He's won 3 of his 4 since relocating to your stable for
yep.
Bob Guth and a super group of owners there. Won at 1,400 metres last time. You'd think the mile should play right into his hands, really. He's drawn well. He was your track work star of the week, but they've still got him a $20 shot here currently.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, he said he's a great each way chance at $20. He's a horse that's improved. Well, we've seen him improve since we've got him. He's just, he was a horse that was quite naughty when he arrived. He's relaxed now. He's settled right down. He's more than ready on the wet track. We're going to, we don't know if he can handle it, but we're hoping to suggest by more than ready that he can. And the miles right up his alley. So loved his win the other day. He got into trouble on him, and the horse was game enough to sort of go back to the inside and was strong right through the line. So we think the mile is ideal. Tough race. Wapiti and Stuttering, they're both nice horses. I think Wapiti obviously won the Wing Skinnies. I think the Sunny Coast race the other day. So it's in good form. It got a lot of weight. So we get 4 kilos off it. We're just struggling for a ride at the moment. We had Bailey Nothdurf booked, and he broke his jaw through the week. So we just thought we'd wait and see how the race fell apart. If we get a scratching or two and one of those other better riders haven't got a ride, we'll just grab one of those guys. So that's why we haven't nominated a rider yet. So we're waiting on that. But look, the horse is a great order. Can't fault him, and handle the wet track. He's going to be hard to beat. Yeah,
you'd think with the rain coming, there'd be a few scratchings, and we'll pick up a rider. And a shout out there to Bailey Northdurf. Hope you get well soon, mate. Sounded like he did well to come out of it just with the broken jaw by the sound. So
yeah, good jockey. He's obviously Tony's stable apprentice and rides a lot of winners for Tony. But we love him. He rides our horse as well. Really well. So unfortunate for him. But anyway, someone will pick that right up and ride him well.
Yeah, very good. All right. So what do you want to, if you pushed into a best bet, you're going to go She's a Boss from 17 or Green Jacket at $20?
I'd have to go. She's the boss, just because I know she's flying, and I know she's going for 3 in a row, but she's going to get conditions to suit. Loves soft ground, so she's my pick tomorrow out of our lot. Green Jacket at 20-1 is a great each way chance as well.
Beautiful. Love it, Tobe. Love it. Very good. All right. Well, good luck to all our owners with runners through the weekend there at Doomben on Saturday. We just quickly run through the runners through the week, Tobe, just to touch on them for the owners and for any sort of people that might be following these horses. Just quickly, a couple of one-liners. Dollar Euro got a day off to an absolute cracker at the Gold Coast last Saturday. Terrific for the owners there that have supported you. Yeah,
look, haven't had a great lot of luck for those guys. We've had two for them. One died tragically. The other broke down, and this guy come to us from Bjorn as well. And he was too strong the other day. It was a good win. I think he can win again pretty quickly. We'll just let him progress through his grades. Not in any hurry to get him into town or anything. Certainly, a Class 1 somewhere or a benchmark 58 or 60 or something down the line, and he can win again. Nice horse with he's got some future.
Yeah, very good, and continues that great strike rate of first up winners. First start for the stable. Well done to the team there. Bafana, she was there. Obviously, had just the one trial. Got out the back and did as much as you probably were expecting over the 900.
Yeah, she'll improve off whatever she done the other day. I think we mentioned that beforehand. So forget she went around. She drew wide, got stuck wide, and blew out with 100 to go. And it's not much of her. She doesn't take much training, so that run will bring her on nicely. She runs Sunday week, I feel. So look out for her second up.
Very good. Decisive Heart, I suppose she was probably a little tad on the disappointing side, did you think? Running third, I thought she'd be very competitive, should have been going close to winning.
Yeah. Just got a little bit out of her ground, and they kept running in that race. The leaders kept going, so the run was okay. You'd nearly say she wants further, but we've tried that. So, a similar type race. She's going to win one shortly. It's just she doesn't win very often, that's all.
Yeah, and it's fair to say, like the two off the home bend kicked away, and nothing made ground, so that was probably a big factor. You did right. In the same race there at Ipswich on their big day was Potra Duro and Unconditional. Potra Duro, my goodness, ran out of the skin, just got nabbed late by the Godolphin horse, and Unconditional made up okay ground.
Yeah, Unconditional deep into his prep. He's off for a break. He got flattened out the barrier, so he got into an uncompetitive position where Potra Duro took it up and got taken on more mid-race or 3 parts of the way through the race when Right or Wrong went around the outside and put the sprint on a fair way from home. Our guy had to go with him, and obviously the Godolphin horse got us down, with 10 yards to go or 10 metres to go. So he's been an ultra consistent horse, that horse, and credit to him. He's a good tough horse. He's going to win again shortly.
Yeah, dead right. He'll be winning soon, that is for sure. Applause for the Lucky Clover team there at the Gold Coast.
Probably a forget run. He whipped around and dropped the rider prior to the start. The rider's shoulder popped out, and he was injured. The rider was injured right throughout the race. I think he even stood down after it. So it's come up in the stewards report that the jockey was injured, and just forget he went around. We'll take him down to Lismore maybe Thursday week. I think there's a race for him down there, hopefully, and he can be competitive in a race down there.
Yeah, gee whiz. Well, that says everything, because it didn't appear to be a lot of vigour there from Scotty, and that's dead right why he popped his shoulder out. And he's probably a horse that responds to a bit of riding too, doesn't he, Tobe?
Yeah, he does. He needs a strong rider on him and really get into him, because he's a lazy bugger and a thinker. So he needs a good strong rider.
Very good. All right, Mr. Ipswich, back to Ipswich. Mr. Bellagio, I thought was terrific. Back to 1,200 metres. Had he just been able to settle that pair closer or had a little bit more drag into the race, he would have been just about winning that race.
Well, I've mentioned this a number of times, and normally Anthony Allen gets the bomb for doing what he done, but Robbie done it this time, is get going a little early and get flushed out and get shoved 38 deep on the corner. And, we're back with the winner, actually. Jag O'Shea or Gus Manchester rode the winner. Kelly Purdy's horse, and we were back with it. I think if he waited, 10 yards, he gets on the back of Jimmy Byrne and nearly gets home. We cost us a lot of ground around the corner, and he was great to the line. Steps back out to 13-15 in a couple of weeks' time, and he'll be very, very difficult to beat. He loves this. He loves this type of weather and the going. We're going to have soft winter tracks for a little bit, so hopefully, when he's due to run next, he gets a track similar to what we're going to get tomorrow.
Yeah, beauty. He's in outstanding form for the Archer Park team.
Yeah.
Scout, he was hard to say he was disappointing. I mean, he was just flushed out wide and had a very tough run in transit.
Not racing well. I had a chat with Mark Salby that owns that horse the other day, and he was sort of concerned why he wasn't racing well. I think he had a really, really deep preparation last time, and he sort of hasn't come up this time. Three runs through that summer period leading into Magic Million Day, and then to top it off, ran fifth in the Magic Million Guineas against those good horses. So look, he may need another break and come back, that horse. Just not, to my eye, not racing as well as he should be.
He was. Okay, very good. Farasan went to the sunny coast on Sunday to debut. Ran into a very smart one in Blue Zebra, but I thought she sort of held her own in terms of the fact that she sort of came at the other filly and they were going to fight it out, and probably just the last furlong her fitness gave out first up, and she's probably going to improve a lot from that.
Yeah, she'll take good fitness and experience out of that run. Still thought she was entitled to run second, even though with the run she had, she drew beautifully and he rode her good. But once again, she had a good blow when she come back, and it's only her first run in a race. She's only a baby. A Sebring filly probably is going to be better at 3 and maybe even 4 when she matures a bit more. She's a little bit hot, actually she wasn't hot in the enclosure, but she is a hot filly at home and around the place. So she does everything, and she's quite busy. So I'd suggest that once she settles down and works it all out, she'll be a lot better. So look out for her. Probably we'll give her another run this prep and then maybe put her away, but she'll be better when she works it all out, and with another prep underneath her, I think she'll be better.
Yeah, very good. Well-bred filly there too, and good sorts. Yep. Hopefully she grows into that lovely frame. We went to Eagle Farm there with a couple of nice chances on Wednesday. Had no luck. Tayella knuckled over at the start as a hot favourite, and ended up running third, in fairness to her, but that was sort of all gone at the start, I suppose. Yeah,
she gave it away at the start. She slipped coming out the barrier. She actually tried to begin a bit quick, Robbie said. So he phoned me that night, like she was $1.30 favourite, unfortunately, and she just made a mistake. It was the right race for her. The horse was the right horse to win the race. She just, by being that a little bit inexperienced, tried to begin too quick and slipped and went right down behind. The actual video footage doesn't look good. It looks like she could have hurt herself, but she, thankfully this morning we gave her a trot around, and she's quite free this morning, but pulled up a little, really muscle sore yesterday, but today she's a lot better. So we'll look for another race for her pretty quickly, and she'll be winning. Maybe take away from Eagle Farm back to Doomben or somewhere, or even one of those tracks that's a little bit more forgiving might help her.
Understood, yeah, and that's probably the same for Wookie, right? I think Robbie just said, listen, he gave him a peach of a ride, looked like he was the winner, and when he asked for him, he just didn't want to let down on that track.
That's right, yeah, it's a bit firm for those type of horses, that track, so we'll keep them away from Eagle Farm from here on, over back to Doomben or Ipswich or somewhere where they perform.
Yeah, perfect. And Lucky Last was just there yesterday. Ballina Deep Echo, she went there. She was her last start before she heads back home. She missed the kick. A filly that's probably job done, winning a race. She's had a throat surgery and that sort of thing. So job done. Big thank you to Matthew Samblom for sending her up here, supporting the stable, and hopefully she makes a nice broodmare for him. Yeah,
it's unfortunate, but those type of things happen. You're right. She's won a race and done a job now. So I think I don't know whether he's sending her to another trainer or not, but possibly. But I thought she was going off to stud. So anyway, she's done it. We've done what we could, the best we could do with her. So hopefully we can get another one for Matthew at some time.
Sure we will. He's got a couple of yearlings in there too. So we're in good shape there. All right, mate. Well, good luck on Saturday. Take care, and we'll catch up this time next week.
Thanks very much. All the best.
Yeah, mate.